Welcome everyone to this week's mod showcase. On behalf of the modding community, thank you for enjoying the mods and supporting every creator's amazing talent. We have the hottest mods for you to check out, from a gigantic class mod that you don't want to miss, necromancy, and one of the coolest ghoul mods ever, armor showcase, reworks, and more. Without further ado, these are Baldur's Gate 3's weekly mods, episode 17. Enjoy. We are starting with our subclass mod of the week, which literally makes you the biggest creature in the game. Ever wanted to fulfill that giant and giantess fantasy, be the absolute thick monster in the battlefield? Well, we've got you covered with the 5e Path of the Giants mod. This brings the raw and faithful version of the giant barbarian class to Baldur's Gate 3. Path of the Giants are warrior who draw strength from the primal forces of the giant race, utilizing its rage to surge elemental powers and grow in size. They look like oversized versions of themselves with a hint of elemental flair in the eyes, indicating that they're ready to obliterate anyone or anything in their path. This mod is a subclass of the Barbarian, which is unlocked at level 3, granting you giant powers where you learn the ways of the giant by choosing your proficiency, choosing between cantrips like Druidcraft and Thaumaturgy. Giant's Havoc is your unique rage skill that pulls the strength from the primal might of the giants, transforming you into a raging force of elemental destruction. You will also have to choose your elemental cleaver to imbue yourself with the element that you want, like acid, cold, fire, lightning, thunder, or just go with the regular giant form without elements. What's really cool here is your Giant's Havoc is even larger than the enlarged spell or giant form from the Balduran's Greatsword. And it also allows you to use spells on top of the Giant's Havoc to make you even larger, like using giant form after you use Giant's Havoc to further increase your size. But just a quick warning, I advise you don't make the mistake like I did. I went with a buck-naked husky Tav, turned him into a hulking giant using Giant's Havoc as well as a giant spell. All I can say is that, who says that you can only wield one big-ass giant sword, right?
We've got feet here on the West Coast, Bill. Giant feet even relative to the giant man's size. And you know what they say about that.
Well, if the old adage is true, one can only wonder what's going down in the Rocky Mountains.
What?
For anyone that's wondering, don't ask me where I got the idea. Anyway, you also get the skill Crushing Throw that lets you throw your weapons and add your strength modifier as well as your rage damage bonus to your attack roll. Don't worry about leaving your weapon on the ground once you throw it. It always comes back to you like you've imbued it with the Pact of the Weapon spell of the Eldritch Knight. You also get this action Mighty Impale. It is a more powerful version of the improvised weapon action that lets you grab allies and enemies and throw them around the battlefield like the puny creature that they are. But I think there are problems in the damage calculation for this skill, because when I tried throwing enemies off the cliffs, they don't apparently take damage for some reason when landing. They just take regular damage and just miraculously shrug the fall damage like it's nothing. Aside from that, everything works as intended. I'm finally able to make a version of Lady Demetrius from Resident Evil. I know you guys are thinking that as well, so you're welcome. Next is your race mod of the week, Ghastly Ghouls mod. This is a custom-made playable undead race. The mod comes with 4 playable sub-races, which is the Lich, the Ghoul, the White, and Mummy. They start you as part of the undead race and is classified as part of the undead tag, meaning that healing spells won't be useful to you and you're vulnerable to turn undead, as you should be because, well, you're Walking Dead, right? For that optimal roleplay, You get to select 2 origin races for dialogue purposes to let you trigger certain interactions that is unique to that race. The mod also comes with its very own race passives that is available across all sub-races like Undead Resistance, grants immunity to poison, resistance to necrotic, and vulnerability to radiant. Other stuff is Decayed Constitution, that lets you heal yourself when you are hit with poison spell instead of getting damaged. Illithid Disguise and Reveal Disguise, etc. Somehow feels like you're playing as Fane in Divinity Original Sin 2, which also checks out as it is from Lorien Studios' previous masterpiece. I highly advise you checking out the game if you haven't already. What's really cool about this mod is the detail and unique perks that this includes in each sub-race. This provides distinct gameplay that will affect your overall dynamic. For example, the Lich has this unique phylactery system that enables you to conjure potions that starts you off with just elemental resistance and will branch out into full-blown spells that consumes resources called Profane Knowledge, granting you powerful spells for your disposal. Oh, I almost forgot. Liches doesn't walk, they float, so really nice touch. Ghouls can consume the dead to heal themselves, so you finally have a use for those bones and dead bodies you carry around. They also have attack modifiers that deal ailments like poison, paralysis, etc. For the white, it uses Mark of the Death to increase its damage capabilities, as well as the unique ability to summon half-white to fight by your side. They're like zombie minions that you can summon whenever you can. The white also has energy drain for healing itself and vulnerability AoE among other spells in its arsenal. The mummy has this canopic ritual that removes parts of its organs to gain different buffs, providing amazing flexibility in your battles. Mummy Rot that deals necrotic damage per turn, and a really cool AoE debuff that grants disadvantage to saving throws as well as your attack rolls whenever you are in the vicinity of the mummy. I highly advise checking out the mod page for further details on each specific race. That will also aid you in picking the perfect undead for your playthrough. Now for the icing on the cake, which is the customization that is just crazy. It has a wide range of different faces and assets to better fit that undead aesthetic that you really want to go with. You can wear different skins for your undead races, from that rotting face, zombie look, half skull face, or full-on skull head. The options are there for you to choose from. To be honest, this mod is one of the most complete undead mod pack I've ever covered, so I really recommend checking this one out. Now for our armor mods of the week, starting with the Goblin Armor mod. Have you ever wanted to wear those armor pieces from the goblins? Well, now you can. This mod is an attempt to convert few goblin armors for different body types. Have that raw and ragged look, like you're still stuck in the Stone Age now. Here is a quick showcase on how the armor looks. Now for our second armor mod of the week. We've been talking about undead and necromancy earlier, so in order to fit the same dark and necrotic vibe, I present to you the Grave Walker's Boutique mod. This mod adds new necromancy themed armors and clothes. The mod covers all of the clothing needs in your undying love for the dead. Get this mod for your dark princess now. Here is a quick showcase. Enjoy. Number 4 is our animation mod of the week, which is our More Camps Idol mod. Particularly for Will and Asterion. Ever wanted to make your camp look livelier? Increase the idle animations of your companions and friends to see a glimpse on what they do when you're not saving the world. Now you can with the idle animation. The mod reintroduces some animations for Will, like bringing back his pre-patch idle drinking animation, thinking animation, board tapping, reading animation, while also introducing new ones like dancing prince, reading the news, listening to imaginary music, and writing. As for Asterion, the mod adds animation for combing the hair, dusting his clothes, pacing around, and sharpening his knife. Finally, our spell mod of the week, that is a welcome rework to the two really cool spells in the game, which is the Spirit Guardian and Cone of Cold. Ever wanted to have a version of a more D&D accurate Spirit Guardian size? It resizes the spells and increases its area of effect, which is really noticeable. Not to mention the mod also reworked the VFX, making it look more aura-like with defined colors. The range is changed to 5.25 meters that can really reach even larger areas than before. Speaking of a large area, this Cone of Cold spell will do just that. It is a rework on the underwhelming Cone of Cold size of the original version while also introducing new animations to the spells. The mod resized the cone radius from a disappointing 30 foot to a more appropriate 60 foot cone, along with this really cool new snowy particle effect, finally adding that freeze blast VFX that you've been looking for. The radius is so big it can even cover half of the screen. Now the spell is finally worthy of being called 5th tier. You're welcome. And that's it, guys. Thank you for watching this week's mod showcase on behalf of the modding community. Thank you guys for downloading the mods and supporting the amazing talent of the modders. Would love to know what you guys think about the mods, along with your questions and clarifications in the comment down below. Shoutouts for all the people who subscribe and keep supporting the channel. I really appreciate you guys for all the amazing support, and for all the people who haven't subscribed yet, thank you for watching my videos, and I hope I earn your subscriptions in the future. But if I earn it today, please don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out a lot. If you want to support me directly, please consider joining our D20 Rollers Club by hitting the join button, or maybe Patreon. Finally, that's it for me. Hope to see you soon on the next Master Box Show. Peace out. Bye, guys.